tonight again, even in another
Tom, I have a confession.
Okay.
I burnt something last night.
What did you burn?
Pasta.
You burnt pasta.
I was distracted.
By what?
A very interesting video about deep-sea creatures.
You burnt pasta watching a video about fish.
They're not fish, they're creatures. There's a difference. And yes, the water boiled away and the pasta just stuck. And then it smelled. And then the smoke alarm
The smoke alarm went off.
for 11 minutes.
11 minutes.
My neighbor knocked on the door. She thought there was a fire. I had to explain that I was just cooking.
And that was worse than a fire.
She looked at me like I was a danger to the building. Welcome back to English Next Door. I'm Mia, and today Tom and I are talking about food and cooking, which, as you just heard, is a topic I approach with great enthusiasm and occasionally catastrophic results.
Hi, I'm Tom. I cook without catastrophes.
He does. It's genuinely annoying. Okay, do you enjoy cooking, Tom?
Yes, I find it relaxing.
Relaxing. He finds cooking relaxing. I find it stressful, chaotic, and occasionally dangerous.
It's just following steps.
The steps are the problem. You're doing 5 things at once. The onion is burning, the timer is going off, you forgot an ingredient, the recipe says fold instead of mix.
Folding is gentler. You don't want to.
Tom, I have never successfully folded anything in a kitchen. I mix. Everything gets mixed. And then I hope for the best.
Does it work?
Sometimes. And the times it doesn't, I order delivery and tell no one.
What about the recipe?
The recipe and I go our separate ways. It's fine. We've accepted each other. Favorite foods. Tom, what's your favorite meal?
A good bowl of ramen. The kind you have to wait in line for.
Tom, the Osaka ramen shop from our travel episode. The one with the 2-hour wait. Did you go?
I went when I was in Japan last month.
You actually went to the ramen shop.
I stood in line for an hour and 40 minutes.
Tom, how was it?
Worth every minute. The broth was, I don't have good words for it, deep, rich. You know that feeling when something tastes exactly the way you hoped it would?
Yes, that almost never happens to me, but yes.
It was that. Exactly that.
I'm so happy for you and also incredibly jealous. My favorite meal? My mom's chicken soup. But not any chicken soup. The specific one she makes when someone is sick or sad or just needs something. It has this particular smell when you walk in, and immediately everything feels a little better.
That's not really about the food.
It's completely about the food, but it's also about the feeling around the food, the fact that she made it for you. Food is never just food, Tom.
That's true.
Sometimes it's the best thing someone can do when they don't know what to say. Cooking habits. Tom, you meal prep every Sunday. I've seen your stories.
It saves time during the week.
You have little containers, all organized, labels.
The labels help.
Tom labels his meal prep containers, everyone. What do you cook?
Protein, chicken or fish. Grains, rice usually. Vegetables, whatever looks good at the market.
That is so healthy, and I cannot relate at all. My Sunday cooking looks like this. I open the fridge, I see the vegetables from last week that I didn't eat, I feel guilty, I close the fridge, and I order something.
What about the vegetables?
Monday. They go on Monday.
You throw away vegetables every week?
Every week, without fail. I buy them with so much hope. This week, I think, this week I will be a person who eats vegetables.
And then?
And then Thursday arrives, and I look at them and I think, we both know how this ends.
Just buy fewer vegetables.
Tom, if I buy fewer vegetables, I'm admitting defeat. The vegetables are aspirational. They represent who I want to be.
I don't know what to do with that.
Nobody does. It's fine. The vegetables understand. Cooking disasters. Tom, have you ever destroyed something in the kitchen?
Once. I was making soup and I forgot to put the lid on the blender.
Oh no.
Hot soup. No lid. Full power.
Tom.
It went everywhere. Ceiling, walls, my face.
Your face?
I was leaning over it. Luckily, it had cooled slightly, but the kitchen looked like a crime scene.
A soup crime scene.
I found soup in places I didn't know existed. 2 hours to clean.
See? Even Tom has disasters. My worst. I tried to make a birthday cake from scratch for a friend. The real thing. No mix.
And?
It didn't rise. It came out completely flat, like a thick, sad pancake.
What did you do?
I covered it in frosting, lots of decorations. I called it a rustic cake.
Did she know?
She said it was interesting.
Interesting.
In the kindest possible way. She ate 2 pieces. She's a good friend. What did I learn? Next time, I buy the cake.
That's a lesson.
Hard-earned, written in frosting. Food and memories. Tom, is there a food from your childhood you still make?
My grandmother's potato soup. She made it every Sunday in winter. Very simple. Potatoes, onion, a little cream. But her method was specific. Everything cut exactly the same size.
Capital G, Grandma? The one who's always right?
The very same. She showed me when I was 12. I still make it exactly the same way.
Do you make it for people?
Sometimes, when someone needs it.
When someone needs it. Tom, that's exactly what I said about my mom's soup. Food is never just food.
You're right.
Can we note this? Tom agreed about something emotional. This is growth.
Don't push it.
Too late. Mine. My grandmother made a specific dish every Christmas. I tried to make it once. I called her 4 times during.
4 times?
New question every time. She was very patient. The dish came out okay. Not as good as hers.
What did she say?
It's good, which from my grandmother means fine. Her highest compliment is not bad, which means excellent.
Family rating systems.
The most complicated language in the world. Eating out versus eating at home. Tom?
I prefer home. I know what's in the food. I can control everything. It's cheaper.
I love restaurants. I love when someone brings you food and it's perfect and you didn't have to think about it at all.
But you don't know what's in it.
That's part of the experience. You trust the chef.
Have you ever ordered something and regretted it?
Yes, there was a salad. It had something in it I didn't expect. Dense, unusual texture. I didn't know what it was.
Did you ask?
No.
Why not?
I'd already been eating around it for 20 minutes. You can't ask what something is after 20 minutes. The window closes.
What window?
The asking window. The first 2 minutes, ask anything. After that, you're committed.
That's not a real rule.
It's a deeply real social rule that everyone follows and nobody talks about.
What did you do with the thing?
I moved it to the side very carefully, and then I asked for the bill before they could ask me how it was.
You left before they could ask.
Strategic exit. I've done it twice.
Twice.
There's a Thai restaurant near me. I still don't know what was in the green curry. I go back every month. I keep ordering it. I'm still not asking.
You keep eating a dish you can't identify.
Tom, it's delicious. Some questions are better left unanswered.
I don't know what to say to that.
Nobody ever does. That's the magic of food. Okay, food phrases, because they're everywhere and they're useful.
I'm starving. Very hungry. Not literally starving, just very hungry.
I could eat a horse. Also very hungry. Not literally. Please don't eat a horse.
This is delicious. It's really good. Simple, but important.
It's not really my thing. Polite way to say you don't like something. Much better than making a face.
I'm stuffed. Completely full. Too full.
Okay, I need to talk about I'm stuffed because this phrase is used in a very specific way that nobody mentions.
What do you mean?
I'm stuffed is almost always followed by, actually, just one more.
That's true.
Nobody says I'm stuffed and then stops. You say I'm stuffed and then you look at the last piece and something happens in your brain and
You take it anyway.
you take it anyway, every single time. I'm stuffed. 5-second pause, hand moves. Just one more.
I do this.
Everyone does this. This is the most universal human experience. More than anything we've talked about on this podcast, I'm stuffed, just one more is what connects all of humanity.
That might be overstating it slightly.
Is it though?
Maybe not.
Thank you. And it melts in your mouth. Something so soft and good you barely have to chew. Like Tom's ramen. Did it melt?
Yes. Actually, yes.
Perfect. The ramen melted. Last thing. I think how someone eats tells you a lot about who they are. Tom tries new dishes every time. He orders something different, takes notes, remembers what worked.
I like to explore.
I order the same thing I always order because I know I'll enjoy it.
You always order the same thing?
Almost always. When you find something that makes you happy, why risk it?
Because you might find something better.
Or I might find something worse and ruin the whole meal. The known good is always safer than the unknown better.
That's very cautious for someone who calls herself spontaneous.
I'm selectively spontaneous. In life, yes, absolutely, let's go. In food, I have my order and I am loyal to it.
That's very specific self-knowledge.
I've had a lot of restaurant meals to think about it.
And a lot of vegetables to throw away on Mondays.
The vegetables, they never judged me. That's what I love about them.
They're vegetables.
And yet, okay, today we talked about food and cooking, disasters, memories, eating out, and the universal truth that I'm stuffed always means just one more. Tell us in the comments, are you Team Tom in the kitchen, calm and organized, or Team Mia, occasionally setting off smoke alarms? I'm Mia,
And I'm Tom.
and English is already next door. You just have to open the door. See you next episode.